starting to recuperate a little bit. How are you feeling right now?
Feeling pretty good. It's funny, I'm so pumped to fight up until we start the weight cut, and then afterwards I'm just like, oh, that was fun, like, going home now.
Yeah.
I'm sure tomorrow though will be a different story.
Yeah. Taking care of things outside of the cage.
It was like that movie, A Series of Unfortunate Events. You wouldn't even believe it. I was getting ready for a fight, it fell through, and then I just kept being assured by multiple promotions, oh, we got someone for you next month, next month, next month. The months just kept rolling by. Eventually, I injured my knee, and then I had to just take some time off, go to PT for a few months. I feel good. I injured my other knee, so then that's the whole year basically. Next, so that was like the end of 2017. 2018 rolls around. I have a fight lined up. Everything's booked for Cage Titans, and it's actually I think against an opponent from the same team as my current opponent. But he had an injury the week of, and then we weren't able to put anything together. So I thought that maybe something would happen soon after with another promotion. My girlfriend has reconstructive surgery on her knee, so then I'm taking care of her for a few months. So then I'm not really able to train the way I need to. I thought I was going to be able to fight on an August card or July card or whichever it was, but then again we had a little snafu at the last moment, fell through. So this just brings me around to like 2 years of just not doing MMA, which was not by my intention, but again, just like that Jim Carrey movie, A Series of Unfortunate Events. I think he was, or Lemony Snicket. He was in there, right? No? Yeah. But he was in the movie, right? I'm not just making that up.
Lemony Snicket, I think, did narrate a part of it. So
no, I meant Jim Carrey was in it.
Jim Carrey's the main bad guy.
Okay, cool. Good. Gotta have my nerd cred. Dude, I was the one who tried to make this happen. Mike didn't even think of me, because, I mean, he has this stable of fighters. I honestly, having fought for pretty much every promotion in New England, and having fought for Bellator and such, I actually think that at Plymouth Memorial Hall, Cage Titans is the most exhilarating promotion to fight for. It has the best energy, and I've cornered for so many fights here, and I've always just been like, it's electrifying. I want a part of this. I've always been like, man, I need to get in here. That being said, a couple years ago, I was at the top of the rankings, and I was fighting in Bellator, and I was fighting for the CES title and stuff. So it just didn't really make sense. But actually, especially after the layoff, I was like, aside from the fact that Mike's been doing great things, and a lot of his guys, this has become a huge platform in and of itself. But again, it just felt like the stars had aligned. I'm like, hey, this is where I need to have my comeback. Or maybe stay here for a while. I really think that he puts on such a great show. If it made sense, I would love to keep fighting for him for some time. Honestly, just because of how. So normally I don't really like big experience differentials, especially that. Well, either way, favoring me or favoring the other person, I don't like them. But the fact of the matter is, the longer I'm out of the cage, the more unpredictable my return. What the result is. It gets more unpredictable what it's going to be like coming back in. And also at this point, I was just like, yeah, I mean, if it makes sense, I'll just take whatever makes sense to me. So there wasn't much thought process except someone said yes, and it looked like a good matchup in my favor. That being said, it's kind of weird because his teammate beat my teammate Don Chanis not long ago, and I do have this. I feel some kind of way about that, and it would really be nice to sort of get one back in our corner. So that was, I guess him calling up for me, and he seems very confident that he's got something up his sleeve just for me. So I'm, definitely wary of that, and that does make me a little nervous. But I guess that's the fun part, right?
Yeah, definitely. So, what are your thoughts about the matches skill-wise? Nothing like game plan specific or anything like that. Just generally, what are your thoughts?
Oh, my game plan's pretty basic. I'm gonna go out there and we're gonna fucking scrap, and one of us is gonna be better than the other. So I'm very comfortable just putting that out there, because that's kind of just what I always do. In terms of the matchup itself, it's funny, we're both pretty short. We both like to scrap and stand in front of the other guy. We both have a couple of guillotine subs to our name, so I think we're actually pretty alike. I just think I'm more experienced and better at all these things, so hopefully it'll go my way. But I guess the fun part, again, about this type of matchup where we both like to bang and we're both kind of similar size, similar attributes, is that who knows what's going to happen. Just may the better man win. So actually, for this fight camp, I'm representing not only Citadel, which comprises of most of my coaches that I had at Redline, but also UFC Gym Boston, because when there was no gym, they really took me in, set up some great MMA training for me, and they were just my MMA spot for a lot of this camp. And I'd say that a lot of my sparring actually has been there. And I also, would like to thank Brazil 021, my jiu-jitsu school, and Florian's MMA for setting up some training sessions for us too. But honestly, the thing is, this camp has been in flux. We haven't had a home base for it, and I think I only started doing a little bit at Citadel in the last 3 weeks. So, I mean, that has been chaotic in and of itself, and I think that's the Redline shutting down has affected a lot of fighters and left a lot of us kind of homeless or in between camps and whatnot. But I think that it's come to, at the end of the day, you just got to make the best with what you got, and I think it's come together enough with the help of, again, Brazil 021, UFC Gym. I feel ready for this. I think that next camp I'm hoping is a lot better and a lot more, like, just cohesive, but, let's do it. It's good enough.
So, here, do you have any final thoughts or anybody like to thank for this whole camp so far?
I'd like to definitely thank Mike Polvert for making this happen. A huge shout out to Jason from the UFC Gym for taking me in when I had no home. Anderson Silveiro from Brazil 021. I really want this fight to be on our feet, but if I accidentally snatch up a sub, it's his fault, not mine. And yeah, and also, the big thing too that I'm excited about is that obviously in the 135-pound division right now at Cage Titans, it's storms a brewing. So Dan Dubuque fighting John Campbell for the #1 contender spot, and then there's also like Perrin's a new champ. I mean, lots going on. So again, I'm hoping to come out to make a good impression, and maybe I can get my name back in the running as well.